Hi, I'm Evan Thomason for This Week in Santa Clarita. Right now I am joined with Bob Seeke, Community Court Coordinator for the City of Santa Clarita. Bob, I understand that Community Court has been going on for about 3 years and it's met with a fair amount of success. Can you tell us about the program?
Well, the program was started by the City of Santa Clarita, and by the way, the City of Santa Clarita is probably the only city in this state anyway that funds such a program for teenagers. So, we started it based on the numbers of kids that are being cited for such crimes as truancy, curfew, minor petty thefts, and they were having to go to Sylmar, which is a juvenile court. And once they plea, then they have a conviction on their record. So the city council decided that they'd like to establish a diversion program. And we have a previous program here called Teen Court, so they adopted some of the things that happened in Teen Court. And we have kids that are first-time offenders, no violence, and no gang affiliations. And we put them through a court here in the city council chambers with a volunteer judge. Usually the basic sentence is 30 days of court supervision, a monetary fine, 8 hours of community service to be done here in Santa Clarita. And then there are other conditions like go to school, get good grades. And when they complete it, if they complete it successfully, then we dismiss all the charges and there is no conviction.
So basically what Community Court does is it serves as a diversion program, and instead of dropping kids in the system, it allows them a chance to really be supervised and kind of go the right path.
Absolutely. There's a rigorous program to get kids into the program because kids are first interviewed by the detectives, and then they're referred to me, and so I interview the parents and the minor to make sure that they're suitable for such a program. There is a selection process, and I think that that's very important because we need kids that can maintain in the community and parents that are willing to be responsible.
Sure.
And with limited time, we rely on the parents and the schools to notify us if there's any problems.
And let's talk about some of the numbers because I think it's really interesting. Now, as we mentioned, this is the third year of the program. How many cases did you have going through last year?
We had 302 cases that went through. Our kids performed over 2,000 hours of community service here in Santa Clarita. And part of the process, if a minor would violate their conditions of supervision or reoffend, then we would send the original case down to Sylmar. Fortunately, in the 3 years we've been operating, we have not had to send one kid down to Sylmar. So we've had 100% of the kids make the program.
And I think that's why it's such an interesting concept, is because really what you're doing is you're giving them a second chance, but you're also holding them accountable at the same time, and you're not shipping Santa Clarita's problems, so-called problems, outside.
Absolutely. It's very important to these kids now, especially in the situations with colleges, universities, employers, when they apply for jobs, when they apply for the universities. They're asked on those applications, have they ever been convicted of a crime as a juvenile? And so if they've got the conviction on their record, they're put in another pile. So it's really to their advantage.
Now, what's been the reaction so far in the community?
It's tremendous. It's tremendous. We have people calling, asking to make sure that their kids get into the program. So they've heard about it through other kids and on the internet.
You mentioned that this was based in part off of a program that the city has been doing for years, which is Teen Court. Briefly, can you talk about what Teen Court is?
Yeah, Sergeant White and myself started Teen Court 15 years ago. It's been a volunteer program. We've all been volunteers. And it's a program where we take kids with minor violations of the law and put through a court with a jury of their peers. And the jury asks the questions of the minors, and then they go out and deliberate and come in with a recommendation for punishment. And the judge can or cannot follow it. And It's been very successful. We've put over 800 kids through that program. We've done over 32,000 hours of community service in Santa Clarita.
Was this based on a model that other communities are doing?
Basically, yes, but a little differently. We developed our own program out here, and it's great because the Sheriff's Department, it's a sheriff's program, and they're the only station that I know of where they will give the minors a chance to go through our program without getting into the system. There's other diversion programs, but they're put into the system before they get to go to the diversion program. So we're very happy. We're still operating 100%. We see about 6 or 7 kids a month. And I see kids on the street now, or parents that come up and thank us for the opportunity to have gone through this program. Many kids say that without it, they may not have stopped their delinquent behavior. So we're happy, yeah.
Bob, I want to thank you for joining us. Very interesting, 2 great programs from the city of Santa Clarita. If you want more information, go online at santa-clarita.com. For This Week in Santa Clarita, I'm Evan Thomason.